Okay, so first we're going to go over is valve body. So this is pretty much the brain of the transmission. All the gears are selected from this, and it's controlled by these two electric solenoids here, and either both of them can be on, one off, or the other one off, or both of them off, and that will actually tell the fluid to go to specific spots to actually change which gear is active at that moment. Now this is the torque converter. The torque converter does three main things. What it does is it connects the engine to the transmission. It multiplies the torque from the transmission, from the engine to the transmission, and it dampens the forces of the crankshaft going into the transmission, similar to a harmonic balancer, so you're not getting any jerkiness or anything like that. This here is an output shaft. This will go up and just get snapping on it there and a snapping on it here. That will hold it in place. Now this is the oil pump for the main pressure in the transmission, and we actually have it opened up here. So this part here is the lower half, as you see here, and then this part's the upper half. And on the upper half, it actually has the pump mechanism itself. From the looks of it, these parts are actually soldered correctly because it's supposed to go in like an oval shape. And what this does, this is a vane type, and what it does is it's similar to like a rotary engine where it'll be small on one side and big on the other side, and it'll actually pull the fluid through and then send it to where it needs to go. So it'll either go through here or over here, and then it'll go into the different parts down in here, and then go through to the transmission, eventually over to the valve body and other parts of it. Now this is a band for this part of the transmission. This is the reverse input housing. So what this will do is this will actually tell the transmission whether or not you're going forward or backwards, depending on how it's set up. Now in here, just like here, these are clutch plate assembly. So clutch discs. What these will do is you got the friction material, which is the brown piece on the inside here, and then you got the material here. And what they will do is half of them will be on the inside here, which will connect to like the outer grooves here, and then the silver metal pieces will actually connect to the outside and spline it to the outside. So the outside will be locked to this, the inside will be locked to this, and when fluid's applied to it, it will clamp them similar to a manual transmission clutch and actually activate it. As one of the three main activation techniques. The other one will be a band, and another one will be like a one-way clutch, which is like what we got here. So the purpose of this is it'll spin this way, then you try to move it back and it won't spin. There are a couple of different things in the transmission that will actually use this exact same type. One of them would be the input reverse housing assembly. As this is how you get your reverse. So if it's in drive, then it'll allow this part to spin, and then when you go in reverse, it'll lock and then just turn it the other way around. Now this is one of the few components, and there's about 2 or 3 of these depending on what kind of transmission. This transmission will only have 2 of them, and this is a planetary gear set. So the main gear here, which is the sun gear, will rotate around, and then you got this planetary gear assembly, which has the gears there, and so forth, so on. What this does is this rotates around and turns the planetary gears, which send right around the ring gear on the outside. And the way you get your different gears and your torque multiplication in this is either the sun gear will be staying still and the ring gear will be going around. The carrier housing will be going around and the ring gear stays still and then it drives this. Or this is this is driven and this is locked up. Any one of those will actually change the multiplication for the torque that's going into the transmission, and it uses the control devices like these to actually change